morning from Split, Croatia. It is our only full day here in Split, and after spending a week sailing and partying with sailweek, we wanted to have a very slow and chill day. We started the morning at Chit Cafe, enjoying some quality cappuccinos and reminiscing on the incredible week we just had. Hey guys, we are in Split, Croatia. Today is our second day in Split and our last day in Split. We are definitely coming to our end of our Euro summer. We're very upset.
Euro summer.
Croatia, only featuring Croatia. This morning we said bye to our crew, and it was our last night on our boat last night, but it was definitely bittersweet. Sweet because those bathrooms were really difficult. And I was really excited to just be back on land and have a proper shower. And sad because we really spent such a good time with the crew and we really bonded so much because we were the only ones on the boat. So definitely upsetting. But you know, I feel like in most trips we've done, we've always had that moment of like, whoa, you spend so much time with these people, you connect, and then it's like, bye, forever, probably. Basically just explored during the morning. It was nice because it was actually cool. Like, we started sweating after lunch, and we were like, we're done. But it was very cool in the morning. We did some souvenir shopping, which we hadn't done none. And then we went over to this restaurant that RB was very excited about.
Yeah, honestly, so the restaurant, one of the things like I really wanted to do coming into Split, since it is a port city, I wanted to try their fish. So they have a lot of seafood cuisines, as you could probably already tell. Did I know most of the cuisines coming in? No. But it was just a quick Google search to be like, oh, let's try this one. Like a fish stew, and Luisa had like a cuttlefish risotto, and so sorry again. So pretty much that whole restaurant was delicious. Obviously, if you don't like seafood, they do have some other options, but mainly again we were there for the seafood, so we were really excited.
I think they specialize in wines because there was only wines on the menu, and we had an orange wine.
We heard a lot that in Split you do need cash, and we did come up maybe like 1 to 2 restaurants that we saw was cash only.
But it's pretty card friendly.
Yeah, like most of the restaurants that we chose out were card friendly. Granted though, we did see a lot of tips that said like, oh, if you want to eat good food but like less expensive, it'll be outside the old town, and typically cash is king still here in Croatia, it seems. So, you know, if you do want to avoid any problems with that, definitely still bring cash just in case.
Back to that orange wine, the waiter explained to us that orange wine is actually made from the same grapes that white wine is made from. And it gets the color because for white wine, they take out the peel of the grape, but for orange wine, they leave the peel. And that's how it's orange. So that was cool.
It did. Every time I drank it, it smelled like cognac. Yeah. So like every time I was like, oh, it's like as if I'm drinking a cocktail, but it tastes like wine.
we've opened the bathroom light. It's very nice.
Honestly, this Airbnb blew my expectations. It was honestly the cheapest, so we didn't want to spend too much. Well, we didn't want to honestly get like a pricey hotel just because it's really we were really here just to put our stuff and sleep and explore the city, since this was gonna be our only full day in Split. So we booked this Airbnb, but it's actually so beautiful. It has a sauna, beautiful lighting.
Like, how cool is that?
I know, and the windows
And the view.
Oh my god.
It's insane.
And we are on like the top floor pretty much. Pros and cons for it. So pretty much, honestly, we got here. It was interesting. So we used this first when we picked up the bag luggage. It was through an app called Bounce. Don't worry, we're not sponsored. But it was interesting. Like, you go through the app and see where there's like locations that you can store, and it was in this like fast food place, or like this food place called Sexy Cow. So you're walking by, you're like, is this where we drop our stuff off? If you've never used the app. So we go in, and they're like, oh yeah, we partner with Bounce, and we store your stuff. So really easy, relatively inexpensive depending on how much stuff you have, and then they let you pretty much store it on pretty much the whole day. So once we got our bags, we had to pretty much come to our Airbnb. The only issue is that if you've ever been in like an old town, they're very they have tight streets, I would say, as well as like lots of different side streets. So for us, it wasn't too bad. Once we got to the Airbnb location, it was very simple. Just like with other Airbnbs, put the passcode to enter the main door, put a passcode to get your key. Problem is, but also good part, we are on the top floor, the 4th floor. But in Europe, I don't know, well, I know this is in France as well as in Croatia, 4th floor is the 5th floor in the US. So for instance, they call it the ground floor, which is 0 instead of floor 1. And then from there, it goes ground floor, 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. So really, like, we had to climb up 5 flights of stairs.
And
yes.
RB carried all the bags like a pro.
Yeah. But, since we were tired and hot, we had to, I recommend fully sprinting it up.
Oh my god, no, literally. Yeah,
so
he grabbed everything, he goes, I'm going.
But highly recommend checking this place out, because to be honest,
the views the sauna,
sick.
And you're so cool, it's in an attic, like, because you have the top floor. So like everything's like a really cool like architectural like slant.
Yeah. And it just makes you feel like you
like I would want to live in something like this, like whatever city we choose to settle down in. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Like a nice cool studio. I'm not a really big house person. If you know, you know. I just think like apartments and like studios, or like 1-bedroom apartments or 2-bedroom apartments, they're so nice. And like this, just I feel like you can do so much with architecture in an apartment, like a cool modern feel.
Yeah.
But also the facade of the buildings are usually more like old, preserved. They have cool vines on it. That's like, for me, that's like so cool. But we're gonna go out, have some gelato again.
Maybe grab a drink again, like always.
Maybe.
They do have a lot of happy hour, to be honest.
Yeah. I've seen happy hour everywhere.
Very
Here,
interesting.
Happy hour. That is very interesting. I feel like I've seen like in other, I don't know, other cities we visited, like I didn't see any happy hour ads advertise, like things in Amsterdam or like
other cities
or like Paris or anything.
Yeah.
Like so like aperitivo hour or aperitif.
Yeah.
Even in London, I feel like I didn't see like happy hour signs, but I don't know.
Yeah, here there's a couple. I thought it was maybe one restaurant that was trying to bring more, everyone likes a good cocktail hour. But it was a lot of restaurants actually by the marina. So check them out if you plan on it, and if you plan on just grabbing like a spritz or anything on the way, or even maybe like their wines. because they actually do have some good wines.
Really good. But yeah, we'll let you guys know how the rest of the night ends. We spent most of our day exploring Diocletian's palace, which is an ancient Roman ruin that is now a UNESCO heritage site. It was built in the 4th century, which the thought of that makes me feel so incredibly small in such a vast universe. We also shopped and walked around in Old Town Split before deciding to head back to our Airbnb to catch this incredible sunset. We are so grateful for this experience and we hope you enjoyed watching.